Hello there, this is John again. I'm going to talk to you about something I think is very important to know that I discovered the other day. Decided I was going to go searching for a drone I lost, which is probably within 100 feet or so of our house, and I was going to use the Bugs 2. And what I did was I put this camera on, tied on with rubber bands, you know, and put the sponge underneath so it wouldn't vibrate. Works great for aerial photography. Then I put this contraption together, which is an FPV camera going to a monitor. I put the camera on a piece of sticky and taped it on like that, and I used the battery here and I put it behind it so that it would power the camera, no problem. Here. Well, what happened was I calibrated this, got me compass and all that, and we had like about 7 or 8 satellites, no problem. It's always flown like that. I suspect this Wi-Fi transmission from this camera affected me getting my controller signal to this, because it started up fine, you know, it armed good, the propeller started, but as soon as I touched the controller to go, this thing just shot up in the air. And no matter what I did with the controller, it just kept going up, and I'm just like, oh no. So, of course, not being a very experienced drone pilot, or a pirate, I panicked and pressed the come home, you know, the down button on the controller. And sure enough, that worked. Unfortunately, these things start flying through the air, just coming down like crazy. And I tried to regain control of the controller by, you know, slowing the descent, but it didn't. Luckily, I'd put these legs on so I can hang a gimbal on the back. Sorry, so I can hang a gimbal underneath, you know, and this gives me clearance on the ground too. So this thing came flying down. Luckily, it'd been raining, so the ground was kind of muddy, and it impaled itself in the soil. I thought if without these legs on, this thing would have just disintegrated. It came down with such force. But the legs and the mud, it came down about this deep. I mean, it really came down. It was amazing. And then you think, oh, that's the end of it. Well, no, because the engine wouldn't turn off. You know, this thing's just like going like crazy, trying to take off and land. And after about, I thought, oh, I'll just let the battery wear out, you know, let the battery run down. Like 4 or 5 minutes went by, it's still going full tilt. So I was able to get a, because these things are spinning around, so you can't pick it up. There's a good chance you're going to hurt yourself. So I got a flat blade screwdriver and was able to force this little door open, which turned off the battery. See, I just put the flat blade in there and tweaked it and opened up the battery compartment. I suspect it might have something to do with where you put these things on the drone. I've seen people put these batteries kind of on the side like that, and I'm thinking, well, that's kind of going to affect the balance, but that might be the reason they're doing that. Maybe you need this to get control from your controller. This might need to be totally free. I've never seen anything like it. But anyhow, there was no real harm done to the drone. It was just, I just washed it all off, cleaned it, and it's flown fine ever since I took these things off, and I'm not going to chance it with these on again. I might if I put this in a different location, or I was even thinking about maybe putting that down on the leg and putting the battery behind it. And that way you're away from this area, which will affect your signals. But I'll give it a try, and we'll see if that works. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.